Hi, I'm David Fleming from the Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we are focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now we're studying the book of Romans, and we're in Romans chapter 2, where Paul now begins to address this schism that is beginning to erupt between the Jewish believers of Jesus and the Gentile believers. Now, if you didn't see yesterday's video where we go into more detail about what the problem was, then be sure to go back and watch that one. But today we want to talk about how Paul addresses this problem. And basically it all has to do with true disciples must serve Jesus by the Spirit. You know, I've served the Lord for decades, and I have seen that the problem that was taking place between the Jews and the Gentiles is really a problem that is still taking place in the church today. Not necessarily between Jews and Gentiles, but between those that are religious in their Christianity and maybe those that have just gotten saved. You see, being a true disciple of Jesus is based on a transformed heart, not on the outward and the physical. Now, you may have grown up in the church and you may have been taught all the Christian lingo and you've got that down pat and you know how to dress and you've been taught how to dress modestly, which is good and that's important. However, dressing modestly doesn't mean that you're righteous in your heart. Dressing in such a way as what you had been taught is holy doesn't mean that you're holy in your heart. Paul addresses this in Romans chapter 2, verses 28 and 29. Let me read that to you once again. A person is not a Jew who is one only outwardly, nor is circumcision merely outward and physical. No, a person is a Jew who is one inwardly, and circumcision is circumcision of the heart by the Spirit. And we see even today people put such an emphasis on outward appearance, but appearance only has value in God's kingdom if it really represents our heart. Let me ask you, what would happen if when you went to church, that which people really were on the inside was how they appeared on the outside? Oh my. Well, that's what Paul is saying. That's what God's looking at. We look at the outside, but God's looking at the heart. Now, let me tell you, if you are holy in your heart, then that's going to be revealed in the way that you dress, in the way that you act, in the way that you talk, in the way that you are. And so we can't dismiss people from the importance of dressing right, acting right, speaking right. Oh no, those are important, and God speaks of that throughout the entire Bible. But we are masters of deception sometimes, trying to hide who we really are and trying to appear what we're not. So join me tomorrow, because Paul's going to get more deeply into this, and there's so much to learn. So I'll see you tomorrow.